Please welcome to the mats, Sophie Sharp.
I'm 14 years old and I'm a professional jiu-jitsu athlete.
Yeah.
Even though it is a male-dominated sport, that doesn't mean women can't thrive.
Sophie has a tight triangle right now, tight triangle.
Someone coming in as never doing it, never seeing it, it's a scary sport.
For Sophie, it's been a life changer. Her dedication and work ethic is second to none.
She's in here to try to achieve a goal of being the best in the world.
Hey, Sophie.
Hi, Leigh. Welcome to my home. Come on in.
Before we start, tell me about this mark on your face.
I got this scratch from a girl from rolling yesterday at competition class.
You're scratched?
Yeah.
Beat up, basically, doing this?
Yeah, I'm probably covered in bruises and everything.
And you're doing okay, though?
I'm doing okay. I'm perfect, yeah.
Go ahead. You just bump their knee forward here.
Everybody has their own meaning for jiu-jitsu, but jiu-jitsu is combat, jiu-jitsu is self-defense, jiu-jitsu is protection.
It's not the type of sport where you're like, I'm gonna go do jiu-jitsu. You have to be a certain type of person that will allow like the contact of another person on you.
She trains 7 days a week, and she leaves it all out on the mats.
Doesn't that get tiring?
Some days, I'm not gonna lie, some days it's like, oh, back to training. But I mean, once you get there, it's worth it, 100%.
Come on, Soph.
The matches that she will do, it's say they're between 5 and 10 minutes. A tournament setting, you'll have multiple opponents, and it either goes where you get points for certain positions, sweeps, you get advantages for submission attempts, or you complete the match by submission and you make your opponent tap out.
There we go. Nice.
Submission is when someone would tap out from either a lot of pressure on one of the joints, pressure against the carotid arteries where we're seeking a choke or something like that, and we force our opponent to submit by verbally tapping or tapping out, whether it's on ourselves or on our partner or just simply on the mat.
So I'm gonna keep talking as she's trying to finish here. Keep going, keep going.
You see how tight that gets?
Do you ever get nervous she might get hurt?
Yeah.
All the time.
I don't go to
especially-
tournaments.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of being at the tournaments at all. And she's fine with just having her coaches and her father there.
But even myself, I'm
Yeah, you're
literally
awful, too.
sick walking around the tournament venues. Fingers crossed we walk out of there the same way we walked in.
We've left tournaments and gone straight to the emergency room.
Do you ever get scared?
Before matches, yeah. I get the butterflies in the stomach and everything, and I still get that till this day.
But do you get worried you're gonna get severely hurt?
Attacking the Kimura right now. We're in the triangle. Oh! Great job, Sophie.
No, that never crosses my mind.
Winner out of the red corner, Sophie Sharp out of Studio 84.
So every single day before jiu-jitsu, I come in my room, I get my kettlebell, and I do my pretty intense workout. I do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a couple workouts with the kettlebell.
So this whole thing takes you an hour every morning? How do you carve out that time?
Yeah, with school, I had to wake up at 6 every morning.
And you did this before school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's dedication right there.
Okay, so after every workout in the morning, I always come to the kitchen and make breakfast. My signature meal is probably eggs and toast, butter. I usually do 4 eggs. You get that protein and everything. My diet is very important. For a specific tournament that I'm doing, the weight class is 135 pounds and below, and right now I'm 105. So that's a very, very big weight gap. So eating protein, carbs, drinking lots of water is all key to help me get to that. I'm not a big eater. Eating before practice or in the morning, I always feel sick. And so training every day like I do is just not good. But I mean, it's part of the sport and it's something that I have to get used to.
What's one misconception that you want to clear up?
That girls just can't do it. They can't hold with the boys in the sport. And I hate to break it to you, but it's not true.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I've gotten boys that will say, oh, she's a girl, I can beat her. And then I get on the mat and I submit them in a couple minutes. I've gotten some boys that cry because of it. Yeah, it's like it's a show.
I'm not gonna say it's rare, but it's not very common to have women training.
Get the regular triangle again, just drag my arm across.
And then switch to armbar. So stay there, finish the triangle.
I like to be an influencer in the sport, so I love to try and get more women and young girls on the mat.
She wants to be in the limelight as a role model for young girls and women with a primary focus of changing
females.
people's lives positively through martial arts.
She's here training every day, every night, listening around the groups, asking details. She helps teach the kids class and does an amazing job. I get messages from the parents telling us how great she is. I could sit here and talk and go on and on and on, but Sophie, come on up.
If you were to pick a single age group that jiu-jitsu sometimes can be difficult for, I think teenage girls is probably the most difficult. And not only does she rise above that stereotype, but she does it, in my opinion, one of the toughest rooms on the East Coast.
Crank that, Sophie, crank it.
In theory, she should be only competing against women her age, weight, and rank, but that's clearly not happening anymore. She's into where she's competing against adult women.
These are all my gold medals that I've won since the age of 10. My most recent is this one. And that was when I went up a weight class and faced women. So that was a big change for me.
How old was the adult that you competed against?
I believe one was 24 and one was 31.
And let's
So-
remind everybody how old you are.
I'm 14.
How many gold medals do you have?
I would probably say around 30 to 40. But that's without my silvers and bronze. I don't like to look at them, my silvers and bronze, so they go in a little cabinet in a stool in my closet. So only my golds are shown.
Why don't you like to look at them?
I think of it as like bad memories. It's like, yeah, it's a little dark, but I mean, it shows me like I didn't do good that day, which is not a bad thing. Everyone loses, everyone wins, but me personally, it just shows like, you sucked that day.
So when you lose, it is not a good day for you.
No.
Sophie right now is training for what is the Olympic trials of jiu-jitsu with the ADCC East Coast and West Coast trials coming up this year and next year. This is her obsession. She'll take this as far as she can. I can't imagine in 5 years, at 19 years old, 20 years old, where she's gonna be.
What's the end goal?
Be a world champion.